Acting like a wanker, he's Ozzy Man Reviews. Bit of an intro, no big deal. Here's a short synopsis of Mad Max Fury Road. In a stark desert landscape where humanity is broken, two rebels just might be able to restore order. Max, a man of action and of few words, and Furiosa, a woman of action who is looking to make it back to her childhood homeland. So let's get right to the fucking shit everyone's arguing about. There's been a bunch of articles and conversations online with dudes having a fucking meltdown because they believe Furiosa, Charlize Theron's character, is the protagonist. Conversely, there's been a bunch of articles and conversations online with Sheila's going, "Ha ha! Max isn't the main character!" Anyone with either of these perspectives is not paying attention and is likely already entering the cinema with their own gender baggage and disgruntlement. Put your egos in the fucking trash can, dipshits, because both perspectives are wrong. This is a dual protagonist story, a type of storytelling that I believe is as hard to execute as an ensemble movie. Max and Furiosa need one another.
I need you here.
To any blokes out there go, but Max gets told what to do occasionally. He doesn't get to come up with all the plans. He's not a real man. Again, you're not paying attention. The whole emotionally charged plot to get Immortan Joe's wives out of the Citadel would have gone to shit without Max. He's also responsible for the third act plan to fucking overthrow and revolutionise the Citadel. So don't undermine him with your bullshit. But Furiosa has more dialogue. Big fucking deal. Bloody art imitates life. Sheila's fucking talk. Maxie old boy is still an archetypical 80s action hero. He's a man of few words. He's a lone wolf at heart. He's highly skilled with physical prowess. He's an emotional wasteland like the setting of the film, and he's got a haunted broken man past. No one's taken that shit away from you. Tom Hardy also kicks the role in the dick. He's sensational. His interpretation of the mad in Max is deranged, mentally ill, and herein lies where Max needs Furiosa. Furiosa is brilliant because yes, she's tough and she can fight like a man, but that's a rip-off. You gotta be tough as nails to survive in this post-apocalyptic world. It would be illogical if you were not. She's brilliant because her emotions and humanity are in check, and that's what Max needs because he's a fucking scattered with the wind. So the building blocks of trust are perfectly placed and they grow together throughout the film. Dual protagonist, quit bitching and get it in your fucking skulls, it's brilliant. Hardly any critics ever talk about what a film is about, what a writer and or director were trying to say, and it's a massive disservice to proper artists. With this film, everyone is jizzing themselves over the action, effects, and stunts. Fair enough, they're excellent. Done. Here's what it was about. Fucking power, equality, survival, trust, maturity, and independence. Power is visually represented in the cars. 130 cars were made for this film. The main antagonist, Immortan Joe, his car looks like a fucking egocentric throne on wheels because he is power. He thinks of himself as a god. In a dystopian world where you would be lucky to have one of anything, he is a bloke that has 2 or 3, or in the case of his wives, 5 of everything. He is the greedy fuckhead that controls the resources, so he is power. But by the end, we hope that theme 2 will arise, which is equality. Now don't get all with your gender bullshit again. It's equality between the human race, the rich and the poor, the powerful and the powerless. The only way to ensure the survival of the human species in this world is with equality. Theme 3, survival. Survival is still crucial for a Mad Max story, and no one is depriving anyone of this. Mad Max mentions it in the beginning of the film, and if you don't see it from that point on, again, you are not paying attention. There are 4 main resources you need in this world for survival: gasoline, blood, become a bloody blood bag, water and mother's milk. Yes, fellas, you grew up sucking on titties. Without them, you'd be goners. I guess if I want to be mushy, I could say there's a fifth, which is, you know, interaction with humans, relationships and stuff like that. If you don't have human interaction, you end up going a bit nutty like poor old Max. Maturity and independence. Now this is fun. These themes are located in the wives of Immortan Joe and also in the character of Nux, played by Nicholas Hoult, aka that kid from the movie About a Boy all them years ago. The wives have been sheltered. They've been shut away only to be used as breeders by Immortan Joe so he can soon have a son that will take over being fuckhead of Australia. So the wives don't know shit. They have to learn how to do stuff on the run. Furiosa is gonna help him by yelling at him, whether it's fixing the war rig or loading a fucking gun. And these tough old ducks that once lived in the Greenlands, they're gonna help the Sheilas mature a bit as well. Nux has also lived a life quiet, sheltered by Immortan Joe. So like the wives, they gotta learn to be their own women. Nux has to learn to become his own man. So their character journeys and themes go hand in hand. And I'm just stoked that B characters had some substance, to be honest. I also find it fascinating, I guess, there's a little theme in here somewhere too, that George Miller, the director, was a doctor before he made Mad Max, and the inspiration for Mad Max was because he dealt with a lot of fucking road trauma accidents and he wanted to make a film rooted in Australia's car culture. So Nux is the representation of that. This young rev head trying to impress the older blokes like Immortan Joe, trying to prove himself through reckless behaviour. Overall, I love a good suspenseful chase film, and I think the challenge is always to have the characters grow and develop on the move. I think this film succeeded big time in accomplishing that. It ticks a lot of boxes. I think the last chase film I liked was probably Apocalypto, directed by Mel Gibson. How's that for synchronicity? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this review. I didn't just want to badger on about action sequences, wanted to give you a little more of a story analysis, so you know, you can cite me in an English essay if you want, if that helps. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, and make sure you whack that subscribe button if you've just discovered me. Helps keep me motivated to make more of these videos. Thanks team, see ya!